All right, so we've made our first right to left square. This edge will be the same every time. And then we've made a middle one. And so the only thing that's going to change as you keep growing your shawl is that you'll have more middle ones until you get to this final edge one. So in this case, we just have one starting, one middle, one end, but eventually you'll have a starting, an end, and multiple ones in the middle until you start to work on this end one. And remember, every time you work on a square that's going from right to left, you're leaving these 20 stitches for later when you come back the other direction. So we finished this one here. In order to make our next square over here, we're going to have to pick up all along down this edge. Then we're going to pick up down this edge and cast on our last stitches. And when we're working back, of course, the stitches that are left on here, on this edge right here, will just get abandoned as we finish our square here. Just like what happened with this one, these stitches were abandoned as we finished our square here. All right, so this is what our setup looks like for our ending right to left square. We started out here, right at the top of this square, right there. And we picked up all of these stitches here. So we've got 20 total on this section here. We picked up another 20 here, which is this right here, and then we cast on 19 here in this section. And now we can get started on our directions. We're just simply going to turn and we're going to work across to here, this point right there, and we are going to completely abandon these last 20 stitches. So we're just actually going to knit across to here, purl that stitch after our marker, which I forgot to place, but I'll get that in there. And then we're going to come back just to the end of this square that we picked up and abandon the rest. All right, so here's what that looks like. We've come all the way across, got to our marker, which I added, purled the next stitch, knit our 19, and then we're just going to turn, and these stitches here are just going to get left. So we just ignore those. For our purposes now, this is the end.